Before you start soldering, there's a few tools and equipment that you need to know about. First up is the very important thing. It's called a soldering iron. You plug it in to the mains usually, and this section here is incredibly hot because it needs to melt solder. So we don't touch that bit, and we put it inside the holder and make sure it's not touching any sides because it will burn it and mark it. We also have next to the holder we usually have some kind of damp sponge that allows us to just dab off any solder that we might have on top of the tip. First thing you do with the soldering iron is you need to do something called tinning the tip. Okay, so what you do is you touch a little bit of solder on the end, just to put a bit on there. Inside the solder there's something called flux, and that flux helps to clean the tip of the soldering iron so it's nice and clean, so it melts the solder nice and efficiently. Some other tools we've got here, obviously we've got our flux here, our solder with our flux in it. We have got a pair of side cutters. These allow us to cut component legs and bits of wire. We have got some long nose pliers in case we need to do any grabbing of stuff that is hot that we don't want to do with our fingers because it will help burn them. And we also have a pair of wire strippers. Okay, so we can set up the wire strippers to cut different size wires, and there's a little gap in the little V shape there which will allow you to strip the sheath or the insulation off the side of a wire and not cut the wire itself. We have a desoldering pump, which I will show you how to use later. And then we have a little thing here, a little clip. This one is a little crocodile clip that's attached to a metal arm. You can use anything to clip any kind of component to, or a printed circuit board, to allow you to work on it and hold all the other bits at the same time. So it just helps to work as a third hand. Make sure you set up, make sure you're safe, and then we shall go on to soldering.